Join us for a break.
A boba break.
I'm your host, Sarah,
And I'm your other host, Grace.
and welcome to a new season of the podcast. The first season, actually. And you may be wondering why we're calling it the first season, even though we've done, multiple episodes before this. And it's because last season, preseason, whatever you want to call it, was a mess.
That's to say the least.
It was a big mess. But in our defense, giving ourselves some grace, um we were new to podcasts, not listening, but hosting, obviously. We didn't know what we were doing, but also I will say we had a lot going on in our personal lives. I had some medical stuff going on. um, so yeah, life happened basically. But we're back. This is our season 1. This is the first episode. You guys are going to be getting episodes from us once a month now.
We promise to at least try to be on time and on schedule. It being once a month might actually help because then
Yeah.
we won't have to do it so often, especially because we're both very busy and
Yes.
I have school and work, and we all got a lot going on. So, yeah.
Exactly. I'm excited though. I was telling Grace before we actually started this podcast today, this episode today, I was like, I miss recording the podcast so much because it feels like our private tea sessions, but then we get to include everybody else that's listening. And then they'll come to us and they'll be like, oh my God, this thing that you guys talked about in the podcast, I love that so much. And so I feel like I've been missing a little part of my content creation. So I'm so happy to be back.
Yes, I'm so happy to be back too. And just like, also, I don't have to tell the story like a million times to a million different people. It's kind of great.
Exactly. You get to tell it once, and then everybody that listens to the podcast just knows.
Somebody's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Listen to this episode and then you'll know."
So it's like you get the tea, but also we get to, promote our podcast at the same time.
Exactly, exactly. It's a great mixture.
Yes. But yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. It is not the new year yet when we're recording this. It's actually a month before, but you guys will be hearing this on the first of the year, which is kind of special,
Right?
kind
I
of
totally forgot
exciting.
about New Year's. I never think about New Year's. That's because I just don't really celebrate it. And I'm probably going to be working, honestly. But
That's valid. I will be spending New Year's Eve with Daru. That's our anniversary. Well, it's hard because when he asked me out was before midnight his time, after midnight my time, because we have a 3 hour difference. So we've decided that even though we're celebrating on New Year's Eve this year, we're going to declare our actual anniversary January 1st.
that's a
So,
really good date, though. Like, it's the beginning of
yeah.
every new year, and it's like another year, and it's exactly the year, you know?
Exactly. And neither of us are ever going to forget because it's the very first day of the year.
Be hard to forget. You'd
Right.
have to purposely try and forget.
Exactly. But yeah,
And
we'll
if
never
that
forget.
happens, then there's issues.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know,
Never going to happen.
small little note for Daru. My threat when you guys first started dating still stands and will forever stand. Yeah,
Besties.
besties.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. But yeah, speaking of celebrating New Year's, I don't know if you are like this, but I have the problem where if I set a New Year's resolution, I cannot keep it. But if I'm like, I'm just going to work on these things in the new year, it's so much easier to do. I don't know if it's just you know what I think it is? I think it's my fear of fucking up keeps me from wanting to attempt things in the first place. So if I set actual goals for myself for the new year, I'm like, "Oh, well, if I never even try, then I don't have to worry about failing."
Oh my God, I felt that. I stopped setting New Year's resolutions years ago. I don't do New
Same.
Year's resolutions because you know what? I never stick to them. And it's just kind of like become like a stigmatism. Just like if I set a goal, it's never going to happen. So I just, do whatever I want at this point.
Well, yeah, because see, for me, like, I have things that I want to accomplish going into the new year. And there are a lot of things that we accomplished this year, both of us, which I do want to talk about because I'm really proud of both of us. But
Yeah.
there are things I want to do in the new year where I'm like, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to get better at this thing. And wherever I end up this time next year, as long as there's some improvement in that aspect of my life, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I
And then I
agree. I agree.
yeah, and then I don't have to be disappointed because I'm not setting a line that I have to get to. I just have to show some improvement.
Oh my gosh, you got the good thinking. The good thinking. I don't. I'm just like, fuck that New Year's resolution. I'm doing what I want this year. Yeah.
Well, this is how I thought about it last year, like around this time. My biggest goals were I wanted to stop being a people pleaser and I wanted to set boundaries. And basically, I wanted to advocate for myself. I didn't say I have to do XYZ by the end of the year. I just said, I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to advocate for myself. I'm going to stop people pleasing, especially when it doesn't serve me. And I would say that I have accomplished that really well throughout the year. I think we both have.
I think both of us being in similar situations with similar and the same people have kind
Yes,
of just made us have to work together to get over it.
exactly. But it's really nice. So when we met, I think the reason that we met too was because we were both really in a bad spot with people pleasing and not being able to set boundaries. So I do, I can't really completely hate the fact that that's where I was when we met because that's the reason we met. But I am really grateful that we both decided to start setting boundaries and to break the habit and the cycle of people pleasing because I think it's helped both of our mental healths a lot.
I agree. I feel like over the last year, I have changed so much. And I
Same.
didn't even realize it till I went home to see my family and some friends that I haven't seen in a long time. And all of them were like, oh my God, you're so different. Like, you're
Yeah.
so much more social and like you've stopped caring about like our opinions, which some of them are not happy about, but most of them are.
But it's so freeing though, like
Really
just
is.
not caring as much what people think because they're not the ones that have to live with you every single second of every single day. You're the only one that has to do that.
True.
So, like you should be living for yourself, not for how other people want you to.
Exactly. And I have someone, I'm going to call them my friend. There's someone in my life right now who's having a hard time because the people that have been like telling her to stand up for herself and like, don't let people push you around and do what you want and be happy. Now that she is standing up for herself and being happy and doing what she wants, they're mad at her because it's changed their relationship
Hmm.
because she stands up against everybody and is not including the people who told her to stand up for herself, you know?
Yeah, so this is the thing that I've noticed by setting boundaries is that people who do not actually have your best interests at heart but think they do will always be uncomfortable and upset when you actually start setting those boundaries. And it's a weird situation to be in because you start to realize like, hey, you should not be upset that I am setting some kind of boundary to be comfortable. Like my comfort should not bring you discomfort, especially when it has nothing to do with you except for
Exactly.
the way you treat me. Like I want you to treat me like a decent human being and you should be able to do that because you love me and respect me and care about me.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just been kind of hard for her and she's been talking to me about it and she's just like, I don't get it. They wanted me to set these boundaries, but now they're mad because I'm setting boundaries with them as well. And
Yeah.
I had to let her know that like sometimes people who say that they want you to start setting boundaries don't mean against them.
Yeah. Like they
They
don't think that
everyone else.
they don't think they're part of the problem. They don't think that they fit into that category of needing to have boundaries set. And the thing is, you can set boundaries with every single person that you have a relationship with, and you should do that. And the reason you should do that is because it helps promote healthy relationships. We have boundaries.
Yeah,
I
of
don't think
course
we
we
have
do.
like spoken boundaries, but we have just like respectful boundaries because we love and care about each other. I have boundaries with Daru, and
Yeah.
not because I don't like him or don't trust him, but it's because it's important to set those boundaries because it sets the tone for your relationship with somebody.
Yeah, I think some people don't understand that boundaries are not an insult.
No.
Boundaries are just something that makes everyone more comfortable.
Hmm. And what I have also learned this year on the topic of boundaries not being bad is that boundaries are a way to respect your relationship by saying, hey, I really care about you. And here's the things that I need you to respect about me in order for us to have this healthy relationship.
Yeah.
And if somebody is okay with that, that's great. That's fantastic. It helps you have that healthy relationship. If they're not okay with it, then they do not love, respect, and care about you as much as they state that they do.
Exactly. And I think it's hard for a lot of people to understand that. And it's okay. I didn't really understand that at first either for myself.
Yeah.
Like, I had a few people in my life growing up that just very much installed in me that there are boundaries that need to be set, but not between like us. Like, boundaries don't exist between close family members was something that was installed in me when I was younger. And now I'm like realizing maybe not the case. And
Yeah.
it wasn't from everyone in my family. It was a very specific family member. You know who you are.
I know who you are.
I know who you are, and you know who you are. If you're sitting there thinking, "Was it me? Oh my gosh, did I do that?" It was probably not you. You know who you are. Saying that for the family members that listen.
You know, so speaking of setting boundaries with family members, because I grew up and I would say not the healthiest family dynamic, which neither of us did, but we've bonded about this.
Mhm.
I had a really hard time being able to advocate for myself in the way of saying, hey, you're doing this thing that's very upsetting for me. And while you think it is a joke, and I understand that you're saying it's a joke, it is hurtful to me, and I would like you to stop. And if you love and care about me and respect me, you will stop because you would want me to be happy. You would not want me to be in pain. You would not want me to be in an uncomfortable place. And I've had to do this with my father, where, especially recently, like when he does things and he knows he does the things that really annoy me and upset me, he'll say, it was a joke, it was a joke. And I say, yes. And you still annoyed me. You still frustrated me. And for me, that is like a crazy thing to be able to straight up just tell, especially a parent of mine, like, hey, you're doing this thing that is annoying me. You're doing this thing that is upsetting me. Like, it's
Something
crazy to
that
be in that
neither of
spot.
us would have been able to do like 3 years ago.
No, absolutely not.
This is a new accomplishment, a recent one,
Yeah.
which I'm still working on standing up to certain family members, but you
Mhm.
know, it's something I'll get to eventually,
Yeah.
probably.
I think it's hard too, especially when you have a history of trauma within your family. It can be really hard, especially if the trauma comes from there's not respect, mutual respect between people. It's you have to respect somebody because they're older than you and they can treat you however they want to. It's really hard to work past the trauma from that. And I think that also kind of contributes to being a people pleaser as you get older because you learn that it doesn't matter how people treat you. You still have to treat them with respect and care and love and compassion. Even if they're horrible people to you, you can't show them that same energy. You still have to be the bigger person.
The respect your elders thing that's like installed in people, I think is actually crap. It's actual bullshit.
It
I don't
is.
care about respecting your elders. If they don't respect you, disrespect your elders. I don't care.
I'm on the same page, bestie. I'm on the same page.
Your
And
age
it's
doesn't mean anything to me.
exactly. And it's not that I don't respect the people that helped raise me. It's that I'm learning that, again, setting boundaries and saying, hey, don't do this is not disrespecting somebody. And a lot of older people, I've realized, think that setting boundaries is disrespectful
Yes.
because they were taught when they were younger that setting boundaries is disrespectful. So then they took that and ran with that. And it's a generational thing. And so it's weird for them to see younger people breaking that generational trauma, basically. And they don't know what to do with it. They're just like, oh my God, these younger people are so disrespectful. It's like, no, I just want us to have mutual respect and understanding of each other.
I had like a teacher in like elementary school who did not believe in mutual respect. She
Mm.
did not care. She was so disrespectful to students, but like the moment they were disrespectful back, she was like, to the office, like, I'm gonna, you know, give you detention and like suspend you.
Ugh.
Like, she's just very, oh, just brought like
Yeah.
flashbacks back. That was crazy.
Oh my
She
god.
kicked me out of her class.
I hated the teachers in school. I wouldn't say hated. Hate's a very strong word. I had a very strong dislike for the teachers growing up that would use being a teacher, being in a place of authority to treat people terribly. Because that's
You
not what you're
know,
there for. Like, yes, you're there to teach them certain things. You're not there to emotionally abuse them, which is really what it comes down to.
yeah, no, for sure. I actually didn't have a lot of that. I only had like a handful of teachers like that. Most of the teachers, especially because I went to like an honors high school, they're all very like preppy there.
Mm,
Um, I didn't have that as much in high school. It was mostly like a few teachers in elementary school and then a few teachers in middle school. But overall, I didn't have it as bad. Like, I know some people have had so many teachers like that. And like, definitely more recently, I've noticed.
yeah.
Like some of the people that I know, like maybe like younger family members or like, you know, younger family members of friends that I have, they're going through it a lot worse than I did when it comes to like teachers who think that they are the shit because they're an authority.
Hmm. And it's a weird spot to be in because I know both people that are younger that are in school right now. And then I also know teachers. And then it's a thing where teachers are like, oh, well, students have no respect. But then they talk about how they treat their students. And it's it's interesting because I'm like, where do you think they're learning those behaviors? Like they're learning from you. You treat them disrespectfully. You treat them like they are less than people, but you expect them to show you respect and understanding.
Yeah,
There's a
it's a
disconnect.
double-sided knife there, you know.
Yeah, double-edged sword, and it's just like there is a lack of understanding, and it makes things hard.
It really does. Yeah, I've seen a lot with that, especially because I do have a teacher friend and she's like, "My students treat me great, but some of my coworkers have a hard time with their students, the same
Yeah.
students." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, you got to look at the way like they're treating the students first."
Mhm.
Like a lot of the kids nowadays have already like started learning from their parents because it's now like the younger generation teaching the newest generation and teaching them that respect goes both ways. Like it's
Yeah.
not really
Two-way
that
street.
respect the older person anymore.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Like I can show you a basic level of understanding and respect as long as you're willing to show that to me too.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, and like even so I did substitute teaching not that long ago, even. I would say less than a year ago. Um and something that I realized is yeah, there are going to be kids especially in high school who are going to curse in class. And in my experience when I said, "Hey guys, I don't care that you're talking. You can just talk, you can do your work. I just need you to not curse in class." And they respected that because I set that boundary as being a teacher to them, but was not treating them like they were less than people.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of like kids and setting boundaries, I have noticed that a lot, especially my younger cousin, a lot of like the younger kids, like, and by kids, I mean toddlers, I mean like 6, 5 years old, they
Hmm.
respect your boundaries a lot more than some of the adults in your life,
Yeah,
which
they
is
do.
crazy. Crazy. Because over Thanksgiving, I was with my cousin, my little cousin. I think she's 6 now, I want to say.
Hmm.
Um, there were a few times where, like, she was just crossing a boundary, and I'd have to be like, hey, like, please don't climb on me like that. It doesn't make me feel comfortable. Or, hey, please don't yell in my ear like that, like kids do. And once I set the boundary and told her, please don't do that, she legit didn't do it again,
Right.
which was great. Honestly, lot of kids when I was growing up, when I was that age, they did not listen to that. They don't
No,
care.
not at all. It's a beautiful moment.
For real.
But yeah, so I was going to say, going back to like the supporting each other and setting boundaries and recovering from being people pleasers, something that I have noticed and I really do appreciate a lot is that when we are having a hard time and we are having to take a step back from a situation that's bothering us, we can go to each other and say, hey, this thing is going on, this is what I did, like am I crazy for doing this? And we're able to validate each other and say, no, you're just setting a boundary, like I would have done the same thing, it's okay. Which is nice. It's nice, again, to be friends with somebody that truly understands how hard it is to not be a people pleaser, to be okay with not letting people get away with things that make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, that actually happened pretty recently where I was able to set a boundary that I was scared of setting with someone who I've known for a really long time. Uh just because they were being kind of weird towards you. It's a little bit odd.
Yeah, yeah, they were.
I mean, I didn't do it really. I gave the permission for someone else to do it
Yeah,
technically, but like
but
still
you
it's a lot
you
further
still
than I
let
ever have.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I usually wouldn't have
No, you've been
previously.
like, no, 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 don't
No, no,
start any
it's fine.
drama.
It's fine. Just but I'm like moving into like my villain era, honestly.
As you should.
Like I'm really fed up with the way people have been treating me recently. Speaking of being treated bad recently, I have to say something about this.
Yes,
And to the
please, please.
coworkers out there who listen to this podcast, I have to say something. And you know what? Also, my manager saw that tweet about that coworker that called me a bitch. She like messaged me and was like, "Hey, can we like write an incident report about this?"
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm. Yeah. But yeah, I've been like low key recently at work, been kind of like offended at the way I've been treated. Like they recently put up stockings at my workplace with everyone's freaking names on them, except for guess who? That's right, me. I didn't get a stocking, and everyone like Loki tried to gaslight me to it not being that serious, and it is because it hurt my feelings.
Serious? Okay, so when you told me about this, was you told me about it yesterday, right? I think it was yesterday. The days just blend together now. But
Yeah, it was yesterday.
when you told me about this, I was so angry for you because it's just at this point, it's not even like mean girl behind your back behavior. It is blatant to your face disrespect and mistreatment. And I wish, I wish that I lived in the same state as you so I could go up there and be like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, are you actually insane? Are you actually out of your mind?
Yeah, I'm like, it was crazy that everyone was like, "Oh, but this person doesn't have a stocking either," and it's someone from a different location that never comes to the location that we're like having the stockings at, and they're like, "Oh, well,
Yeah.
you work at the other location too," and I was like, "Yeah, but I work mostly here." What do you mean? Like, my schedule for the next like week is just mostly at that location. It's just like a whole bunch of crap, honestly.
Yeah, it's like every single time we talk, I'm pretty sure you have another thing to tell me about how they have mistreated you, and it makes me so mad every time.
I was really irritated when that coworker called me a bitch the other day because like it's one thing to be upset that you didn't get a sale. It's
Yeah.
another thing to call me a bitch for not giving you my sale
Yeah,
when we're
like,
in the middle of a literal competition
oh my god,
for
actually
sales.
insane, dude. Actually insane.
It was insane. Oh my god. Yeah, it was just and then she got mad at me for like signing someone up for our membership because I asked her if she wanted to take them and like convince them to sign up for the membership and she said no. And then the owner texted and was like, "Yeah, well, Grace is taking this membership, like taking
Yeah.
this prospect." Oh, dude, it's a wild ride. And for those of you out there, uh sometimes my coworkers do listen to this podcast. And I do have my manager is in my Discord server
It's
and
fine.
follows me on Twitter. So she gets everything. She literally was like, "Hey, I saw your tweet about that. Can we write an incident report?" I was like, "Yeah."
Oh my god.
I
But
low
yeah.
key for a while was like not posting things on Twitter about work because I was scared. But as you can see, I obviously don't care anymore.
I was gonna say earlier, I was like, it's funny that you're like, I'm entering my villain era, and it's literally just you sticking up for yourself and advocating for yourself. And I was like, that's an interesting villain era.
Mm, I don't know. I'm prepared to start hurting feelings. Okay.
Hey, listen, if they deserve it, then they deserve it.
Some people, not even just coworkers, but some people that talk to me the way they do have no right to talk to me looking like that. I'm not even kidding, dude. They don't. Like, are you really here talking shit when you look like Sid the fucking sloth?
Oh shit.
I'm referring to a real life person, by the way. But
She's gonna go back to work after this episode airs. She's gonna be written up for calling somebody Sid the Sloth.
don't worry, she doesn't work there anymore.
Oh, it's fine then.
It's fine. I
It's
don't remember if
fine.
she quit or she was fired, but good
Either way,
riddance.
good riddance, yeah.
Yeah, she was mean to me. She's the one who told me I look like the Pillsbury Doughboy in my freaking
Oh
work
my god,
shirt.
that bitch? Okay, fuck her.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's still crazy. It's still crazy she did that.
Especially because like I'm a little chubby. I got a little extra to love, but I'm definitely not the Pillsbury Doughboy.
No,
That's mean.
still crazy. It's still crazy to me.
It's crazy. Oh my god. And you know what I just realized? We
What?
never talked about what we're drinking for today, even though you purposely went out
Oh
to
my
get boba.
god, I did. Okay, before we started the episode, so Grace had to take a little bit longer anyways because she's still out on her walk. And I was like, oh, that's fine because I still haven't gone out and gotten boba. And so, anyways, I went out to a boba place that I didn't even know existed, but it's an actual place where you can choose the sweeten level or how much ice you get and stuff like that, which is rare around here. So rare around here. And they also had the cutest fucking cups, little bear ears and stuff on them. Anyways, so I got an Oreo sweet foam boba, and it is so, so, so good. I drank almost all of it before we actually started the episode. But
Yeah, I barely have touched mine. I'm showing her in the camera, but
wait, okay, so what did you actually get?
oh, okay. So they were out of the lychee jelly that I usually get, but I got the lychee milk tea with
Mhm.
the regular honey boba, and then I got like this pomegranate jelly instead.
Wait, that sounds so good though.
It does low key slap. And she
Oh my
recommended it. She was
gosh.
like, "We're out of lychee jelly, but like maybe try this." Oh my god, I just remembered she told me they have like a punch card app where like I can get free drinks because they don't let you put your number in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually grab that in the app store because I will forget right now.
Yeah, so I got the Oreo sweet foam. I got it with 30% sweetness because I don't know if I talked about this before, but I don't like super sweet things. They make me nauseous and I'm not a fan. But I'm glad that I was able to get this 30% sweet, or else I would have been unhappy.
Yeah. I'm the opposite. I really love sweet stuff.
Hmm.
I mean, kind of not recently though. Like recently sweet stuff's been making me kind of sick.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's weird because when I was younger, and I say younger, this is like less than 10 years ago, I could have downed like the sweetest desserts and still not had enough sweets. But I think from about the time I turned 2021 until now, my ability to handle super sweet things has just declined rapidly.
You know, speaking of sweet things, I'm going to touch on a kind of sensitive topic.
Uh-huh.
Small trigger warning. But when I recently, it's only been like a year and a half since I've
Hmm.
gotten over it, but I had a really really bad eating disorder for many
Yeah.
years, which is mostly why I've also gained some weight. And and it's not like the eating disorders where you don't eat to get like thinner or like maybe other reasons why you wouldn't eat. It's a binge disorder. So like I would just eat and eat and eat and then like not eat for a few days and then just eat a whole bunch all over again. Um, and like I low key think that probably stemmed from the way that sugar was treated as a child. Like very much it was like okay, I don't think my dad will ever listen to this episode. And if he does, sorry, I'm airing out our dirty freaking laundry. But
It's okay. This is what the podcast is for.
when it was the first summer that we spent alone, me and my brother, at the house while my parents went to work. And there was a camera set up in the kitchen. I didn't know what that was for until the end of the summer when I got to watch a compilation of every time I went to the fridge that summer, dated, time stamped, and then he asked me why I was eating so much. And that's really where it started. He also was judging me for the amount of tuna I was eating. I was in like a weird hyperfixation.
Okay, listen, I can understand the tuna thing because mercury, and I could understand the actual concern as a parent, but they can't see because we're not recording our cameras. But I literally mouth open, shocked. What the actual fuck? What
Yeah,
the
no, and
hell?
it's stuck with me my whole life
Yeah,
because it was a lot. I went to the fridge a lot that summer.
yeah,
And also, I didn't get something like 90% of the time. I was like boredom searching, and I snack when I'm bored too.
yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I definitely understand because I was never like obviously officially diagnosed with a binge eating disorder, but it was very obvious when I was, I want to say in sixth grade. I would like sneak so much food and I would be so ashamed of eating. And it's not like I was sneaking a bunch of food at once, really. It was I would sneak things into my room instead of eating in front of people. And then I would be so ashamed of eating it that I would hide all of the trash in my room.
Me too. I didn't used to eat it in my room though. I used to hide the wrappers like under my bed, but it
Hmm.
wasn't necessarily my room. I would like go into the bathroom so that I could lock the door because there weren't
See,
really boundaries to close doors when I was a kid. Like,
yeah.
so I would lock myself in the bathroom and like you don't know how humbling it is to sit like on a closed toilet and like eat an ice cream sandwich. It's kind of sucks. And then even like I even used to do it when I was in high school. Like when I did
Hmm.
not have to do that anymore,
Yeah.
I would still do it because I was used to
Yeah.
it.
Because you're like conditioned, and I definitely get it. And it really was from like the male members of my family, specifically my uncle, and also sometimes my dad, even though I don't think he realized that that's what was happening. But they would give me so much shit for like gaining weight, and I was overweight growing up. At a certain point, I started getting overweight growing up. I would never say that I was obese as a child, but I definitely was overweight. And I would just get so much shit from them anytime that I ate something, even if I hadn't eaten all day. And so it caused a lot of animosity towards eating and a lot of shame about nourishing my body, which is essential. um
Yeah.
and so I literally, like, I shared a room with my mom at the time that this was really bad. But whenever my mom was not in the room or if she was out working, that is when I would sneak things into the room, eat them, and then I would hide all of the trash, which is gross, by the way. This is gross. But I would hide all of the trash behind a dresser. And then at one point, my mom and my aunt cleaned up the room and pulled out the dresser, and that was the most humiliating point in my life because I felt so much shame, and I was like, I literally want to die right now. Like, I literally want the floor to swallow me whole. And like, shout out to my mom, because my mom is like the best advocate for mental health, because she didn't yell at me, she didn't shame me for it. We sat down and we talked about why I did it, and she made me feel comfortable enough that I didn't feel like I had to hide food in the room. She was like, if you don't feel comfortable eating around people, just take whatever you want to eat and bring it into the room. She's like, you don't have to eat in front of anybody. You don't have to eat in front of me. She's like, all I ask is that you throw away whatever like the trash from whatever you're eating after you're done with it. She's like, or you can ask me and I will throw it away. And oh my God, it was a lot though. It's like one of those things that's really hard to get over, especially when you're so young. And I feel like being an adult now and thinking about it, it makes me so sad for my younger self.
Yeah, I get so sad for my younger self too when I think about it, especially because like I'm not going to name names, but a lot of people in my childhood at a certain point started like telling me that I was gaining weight and that I was kind of like starting to like I had someone, I don't remember who it was in my family. Somebody one time I was wearing a tight shirt and they poked my stomach. And I went straight into like wearing hoodies every day from then on out in middle school. And so like I don't think my mom ever knew. My mom still doesn't know about the particulars of my eating disorder because she never found any of the wrappers. Like
Yeah.
I would start to like notice them piling up and I would be so scared that someone would find them that I would clean them out
Yeah.
and like throw them directly into the trash can or take it to school in my backpack and put them in the trash can. Like I was convinced that they would hate me if they knew.
Yeah. Oh my god. Same feelings.
Yeah. It was really
Besties.
bad. I'm glad that I'm like not like that anymore. It's only been like a
Yeah.
year and a half, but I used to eat a lot of like sweet stuff and sugar and like just everything I possibly could. I'm a lot better with it now
Mhm.
and I've lost some weight because of it. Like I'm not
Yeah.
binge eating anymore. I'm eating more regularly,
Mhm.
which my metabolism also got absolutely fucked.
I really feel
So
that.
bad.
Mhm.
Like I could not like I wasn't hungry anymore. I was never hungry. And I still
Yeah.
don't feel hunger ever. Like even if I don't eat. Yeah, you do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't feel hunger even when I'm like haven't eaten all day. So it's hard for
Yeah,
me to remember.
same.
So I have to set alarms.
Yeah, I think the hard part is now I don't get, like, the feeling of I don't get the feeling of hunger. Like, my stomach doesn't growl, and the only reason I'll know that I've forgotten to eat or that it's been too long since the last time I ate is because I start to get nauseous and my head hurts and I get really cranky. And Daru actually usually notices before I do because I'll be like super irritated or my head will hurt or I'm like, I'm really nauseous. And he's like, when is the last time you ate? I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I was saying that to say I do definitely have a better relationship with food now. A lot of that is from therapy and because it was a lot of rewiring my brain to change the way that I see food. And that's why I said earlier is like you shouldn't be ashamed of eating because you're nourishing your body. Your body needs fats, your body needs sugars. It needs all of that to survive. It needs all of them in different increments, but it still needs them to survive. And I also TikTok has helped me a lot with this. I'm just going to let you know right now. But
TikTok's real for that.
I talked to my therapist about how something that helped me a lot is taking the bad versus good food ideas out of the foods that I eat and saying, well, this is a food that's good for my body, or this is a food that's good for my soul.
Oh my
And
gosh, that's real. I've never heard that before. I love
it,
that.
I, f- so the reason that I started saying this to myself, especially when I'm having like hard days with food and like the way that I feel about it, is because there is this mom that struggled growing up with the way that food was presented as either being really good for you or really bad for you. And she doesn't want her kids to have the same kind of bad relationship with food that she does. So she never tells her kids, hey, this is a food that's bad for you. This is a food that's good for you. She says, here are foods that are good for our body, that nourish us and give us the energy that we need. And here are foods that are going to make us feel good because they're going to release, endorphins and, all the feel good chemicals. And instead, she kind of tells her kids, here's how much of the feel good foods we should be eating versus the good for our body foods that we should be eating. And you can also eat both of them at the same time. So you're nourishing both your body and your mind. I'm like,
That's
ah,
so smart. I love that.
right,
Oh my god, if you come
exactly.
across any of her content, you need to send it to me.
Listen, I will look it up today and I will send you her channel because she she is somebody that I can definitely relate to because of the way that she was raised and a lot of the things she went through. And she'll tell people in her videos how she combats raising her kids that same way so that they grow up in a much healthier spot mentally. And I love it because obviously Daru and I want to have kids, and watching her videos, I'm like, I cannot wait to be able to raise my kids that same way so that they have really healthy relationships with food, they have really healthy relationships with their bodies and with the people around them. Oh my god, I love that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, when I have kids, which is gonna happen eventually, I also just I don't want them to have to go through things that I went through, because I think there's 2
Yeah.
types of parents. Parents that are like, "I went through it, so, like, you'll probably go through it too," versus parents that are like, "I went through it, and I don't want you to go through it. So I'm gonna do everything
Yeah.
I can to instill the best in you."
Yeah. And so I know that especially growing up, there are a lot of underlying circumstances as to why, even though my mom is the kind of person that's like, I don't want you to have to go through this because I had to go through it. I, there's a lot of reasons that things ended up not going well for me anyway. But my mom definitely is that kind of person that, with me and my brother, she never wanted us to have the childhoods that we did, and she tried her best to make our childhoods not as bad as hers. And I'm saying this because there was this point in time, and you already know about this, but I had my friend who I lost to mental health quite a few years ago. But I was struggling so much, and she had lost somebody in her life, kind of around the same age that I lost somebody to suicide, and she didn't lose them to suicide. She lost them to something else, but she was at a loss for what to do because she was like, I really wish that I could give you some kind of advice or anything. And she was like, all I can tell you is what I went through when I lost this person, not to suicide. And she's like, and it pains me a lot because I am seeing you experiencing something I never had to, and I don't know what to do to make it better. Instead of being like, well, these things happen, so you're just going to have to get over it. You're going to have to move on from it. And it definitely helps when you have somebody around you that's like, even though I didn't go through these things that you're going through, I want to be there for you as best as possible. And I wish that I could tell you more than I know now.
Yeah, when it comes to my childhood, my childhood itself, up until, like, I think maybe 12 years old, 13 years old, was fairly great. Like, I had a lot of great memories, mostly of my mom because my dad was never around. So, like, swimming on the back porch, and, like, exploring the woods behind my house, and, like, there was things, I'm sure, here and there, some certain landmarks, I would call them, that were not that great. A lot of things here and there that happened, but things didn't really start to go to shit until I was like 13.
Yeah.
So it was mostly like my teen years that were kind of fucked up, like I was bullied, and then I was homeschooled, and then my parents got divorced, and then, a lot of stuff happened all at once, and it has never stopped.
It just keeps going. Don't stop going, man.
It just keeps going, dude. Oh my god.
But something that is great now is that since I've worked through so much of my anxiety, it is also a lot easier to talk about things that caused me that much anxiety growing up. Um, and it's also a lot easier to work through traumatic events or even to talk about traumatic events that I experienced growing up. Um, but it also does cause this sense of, oh, how can I even explain this? Like sadness almost. Because if I had not been as anxious as I was growing up, I feel like I would not have had as many traumatic experiences because I would have stuck up for myself. But because of how bad my anxiety was, never stuck up for myself and never advocated for myself. And I would just let things slide even when I knew they were wrong because I was afraid of getting in trouble for speaking out about those things. And now, if somebody treats me wrong, though, I'm like, no, I'm talking about it. You did it, so I'm going to talk about
You are running to my DMs and you're like, "Girl."
it. Listen to what this bitch did.
You're like, "This is my response. Is it too much? Am I too
Right.
aggressive?"
because I'm like I still need the, the affirmation that I'm not going overboard, because sometimes I get really heated and I'm like, "Oh, I'm not gonna have a filter at all." So then I need the confirmation of whether or not it's too much, because I'm like, I'm not trying to make this person hate themselves, but I also want them to know that they really, really fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, we talked about this before in a past episode, but when that one person that was in my community when I was streaming, I do still stream. I want to make that clear, not certain, clear. But when I was streaming a lot this past year, and we had that person in my community that caused a lot of discomfort, it got to a point where I eventually was just like, no, they're out of here. And I didn't even really say anything to them, because I was like, I don't want to hurt their feelings. And I feel like it's going to be a lot of me hurting their feelings if I actually send them a whole message of why I'm angry at them and why I'm upset with them. But then they tried to weasel their way back in. And so I couldn't even message them, because while they were trying to weasel their way back in, they blocked me because I blocked them.
Which one was this?
Um, the one that said really gross sexual things about me to
Oh,
somebody
oh,
else
oh.
while flirting with somebody else.
I got it. I got it. We're there. We're there. We've
um,
landed.
but then I sent you like that really, really long message to send him. And I was like, I tried to make this as concise as possible. It may be a little bit mean, but it's also like, just move the fuck on. You're
Is
not
that when
getting a
I had
second
to send it?
chance. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because I was like, hopefully this sounds good. If you think it sounds good, just send it to him. But the gist of it was, hey, you really fucked up. You got chance after chance after chance, and you decided that you're just gonna fumble each time because you're fucking stupid.
Because you're fucking stupid.
Not that way, but that's how I felt. That's how I felt when I was like,
Right, right,
when I
right.
was typing out that message. I was heated. The keyboard was clacking. And then I was just like, move on. Find another community. You're not welcome here. You gotta move on, bud. Like, this is not the community for you. Maybe you'll find another one where you could just, flirt with another girl by talking about another girl sexually. I don't know. It was a whole weird situation.
It was a really weird situation.
It really was. Um, but yeah,
I remember reading those screenshots and being like, whoa, hello?
girl, you're telling me the girl you flirted with is the one that sent me the screenshots. And she was like, I feel so weird right now and I don't know what to do. I was like, girl, I fucking got you, because this is so fucking weird.
Everyone had your back. Everyone was like, what the hell is this?
Right. But it's funny though, because there were so many people before that were like, why haven't you blocked him yet? Like, he keeps breaking your rules. And I was like, well, like, I'm giving him warnings. They're like, you've given him too many warnings.
There's only a certain number of warnings before it just turns into letting it. It's like the number of write-ups I have.
Yeah. But
At
I
some
think
point, they're just not. They're not doing anything.
right. But that goes back into the whole thing of like stopping the people pleasing and setting the boundaries for real, and then asserting your boundaries, because I didn't assert my boundaries and then it led to that situation. And I was like, oh shit, you can't just set the boundaries, you have to assert them too, or it does nothing.
Yeah, dude. And sometimes it takes a lot of asserting. And at that
Yeah.
point, maybe it's just time to move on.
Girl, you're telling me.
I feel like our our communities are really healthy right now. Both of us
Yeah, I think
have
so too.
set some pretty my rules on my communities, like in my somebody said it was they popped into the chat, they were like, that's a lot of rules. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of rules that had to be said apparently. Like
Apparently.
they're like a lot of them are so obvious. And I was like, you think
See, the thing that I tell people is, even if you think a rule is common sense, there's a reason it's a rule, because somebody along the line has decided that it wasn't common sense and they were going to cross that boundary. So
Yeah.
then you have to set the boundary, even though it should be like, yeah, don't come into my chat telling me that you want to fuck me. Like,
Yeah, like the fact that I have to set that rule says a lot about some of you.
right.
Oh my god, hold on. I gotta look at my rules now. Like, let's see which ones of these. Yeah. Oh my god, I do got a lot of rules. Okay, so like the rules on my Discord are shorter. The fact
Uh-huh.
that I had to add not to add, like, not to put your social security number in my chat was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was, like, common knowledge, but I had someone come in and they were like, "Here's my social security number," and I had to ban them. I'm like, "What do you mean, here's your social security number? What do you mean?" Oh
Yeah.
my god. But,
Like
like
my oh my god, my biggest one, that you have to be at least 18. And then people being like, "Well, shouldn't it be obvious that you have to be at least 18? Like you've said it before." Like, yeah, you'd
you
think
woulda thunk.
so.
You woulda
But
thunk.
this was a rule that I literally put in writing in all of my social media, and somebody still broke the rule
Right?
and lied to me.
Yeah, so my rules, a lot of them are, like, obvious, like, be
Yeah,
kind, respect other humans, like, I
literally.
had to add include everyone because there was, like, times where people would ignore other people, and I'm like, "You can't just, like,
Which is
ignore
so
people."
stupid.
No discrimination, right? Like, obvious. Like, I had to add listen to the moderation team because someone picked a fight with one of my mods one time.
Yeah.
I said no backseating unless asked for because I often ask for it. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I had to add no trauma dumping, and I felt bad. But like,
Yeah.
I can't have you coming into my chat and like just dropping all of your emotional baggage. I have
Yeah.
a board in my Discord for that, where people can
Same.
literally respond to you. We have venting, like do it there, not in chat. And then I had to add avoid religious or political discussion because someone
Yeah.
came in telling me that I needed God and like literally quoting from the Bible, and I was like, please don't do that here.
Get out of here.
And like no overly sexual comments towards me or others in chat. Like the fact that I had to add that because like I am anything but a lewd tuber. I don't do any lewd sort of content. I don't even have any art of me that's even remotely lewd.
Mhm.
Not even close. And like having
Yeah.
the art doesn't make you a lewd tuber, and having the
Yeah.
art doesn't make you like doesn't give anyone permission. But like the fact that I don't even have any at all should be like a sign.
Exactly.
And the
Yeah,
fact that I
because
have to promote that I'm asexual so that people will stop asking to fuck
yeah.
me is crazy.
I had a problem, which is why I had to specify that I did not want just random viewers that were in my streams flirting with me, is because around the 1 or 2 month mark of Daru and I dating, I would have certain people who are no longer in the community that would come in and would say really sexual things about me and like really heavy lay on the flirting. And I had to say multiple times, hey, the reason that Daru does it in my chat is because we're literally dating. Like we've literally fucked. That's why. you know, like
Good
like
reason.
I don't know you. I've never met you. I don't want you flirting with me. I really don't want to hear you say that you want to eat me out. Like that's
Weird.
it's
Weird.
weird. It's uncomfortable. You make other people uncomfortable. Not even my boyfriend would say that in my chat. Chill out.
Honestly, like the flirting with me in chat doesn't make me uncomfortable. The only reason I
Yeah.
don't allow it is because I know it makes other people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I want my community to be a safe space where like everyone feels great and comfortable, you know?
Exactly.
And there are some things that just don't make other people feel comfortable. I don't think I'd
Mhm.
even let like if I did have a boyfriend, I don't think I'd let him do that in my chat either.
Which is
I think
valid.
minor flirting, like being like, "Hey, sexy," like, "Oh, you're so pretty," like,
Yeah.
especially because I do that with like friends and stuff. I think
Yeah.
that's fine. That's totally valid.
Yeah,
But
because like when we collab, that's how we talk to each other. But it's different because we are friends and we know each other. And I think
I've
it's really
slept in your
hard.
bed.
That is
I
true.
feel
She
like
has
that's a
slept in
great
my
reason.
bed.
One night because I was too hot. It
We did
was
not
too
sleep
hot for her.
together. She just slept in my bed.
Yeah, that's the good distinction there.
yeah.
She kicks me out of her bed because I slept too hot.
Like, because you are a personal heater, dude. You're a personal heater, and I sleep warm anyway. And you tried to cuddle up to me because you're like, I'm so cold. I'm like, you gotta
I
get
was
the
cold.
fuck off of me.
And like to be fair, your bed is it still the same bed or do you have a different bed now?
I don't have the box spring anymore, so it doesn't like dip into the middle.
Yeah, so like that was another reason that we
Yeah.
were all up on each other.
Yeah, my box spring was broken in the middle. Maybe because of me and Daro, but we're not gonna talk about it.
Well, that definitely made it worse, and then I made it worse trying to slide off your bed that one time.
That's true. Yeah,
Oh my
so it
god.
was broken in the middle, so the bed just was, like, dipping completely into the middle, so you would just roll into the middle.
Yeah, I tried to, like, slide off her bed at one point, and, like, I guess I just was my dump truck was too heavy, and it
Yeah.
cracked, and I look back at her, we're both looking at each other shook.
She do have a dumpy. It happens.
Can't prevent it.
Oh my god, okay, we got off track. I was gonna talk about
Did
my
we?
goals for this year.
Oh, yeah.
We got so off track.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll talk about it now though. So, there is that 365 art challenge where you draw every single day for 365 days. And I decided because I used to be able to draw really, really, really well. And so I was like, I could get back to drawing really well. And then I could draw stuff for us
That's what I'm
instead of having to pay
saying!
people all the freaking time,
I know, I have dropped in art alone for the last few months over $1,000.
which is insane.
So it's really bad, it's really bad. Yeah, I've purchased a lot of stuff from Angie in particular.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of I have purchased so I actually asked her if she would do, like, a portrait of me IRL and my cat.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
And then, obviously, like, the other thing for the podcast that we're doing.
Yeah. Um yeah, but I was like I really want to start drawing again, and I think that the only way to really push myself to be able to draw well again, not even objectively, but or subject. Which one is that? Anyways, whatever. Big words, hard.
Objectively, I think is the right way.
Yeah, but like just in general, like people would look at it and be like, "Oh, that's good." I am gonna have to draw every day, so I was like, I'll just say I need to draw every day so that I can get better instead of being like, I have to get to this certain level by the end of the year. And so I'm starting probably January 1st, maybe the day before. We'll see. Probably January 1st
See what
actually because
motivation
Daru's here.
says.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um but I'm going to start drawing every single day. Even if it's something small. I'm just going to start drawing every single day. I already have my friends have sent me different YouTube channels that help with learning how to draw. And it's not that I don't know how to draw, it's just that it's been so long that I'm out of practice. But we're going to get back into it. I also need to, my other goal is to just start practicing playing piano more because I have not played piano in 2 years.
Yikes.
I'm scared to see how bad I am at playing piano now.
I'm gonna
But
learn to play the piano next semester.
oh my god, you are.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
want
gonna
to
be
learn
so
to play the
fun.
Genshin soundtrack so that I can play it for my family and they'll
Yeah.
never know.
It'd be so cute.
I know, right?
But yeah, like I want to get back into doing more creative stuff again because I already started writing again, which is great. That is something that I set a goal for myself later in the year that I have accomplished. I've been writing a lot. Uh very little of it has been published for people to actually read because I get really self-conscious, especially when I'm writing out my feelings. But that's one of the things that I accomplished this past year as well. But I want to do more creative stuff going into the next year. So I guess it's just a culmination of wanting to do art and music, and I also want to stream more. I want to get into video editing. But I think instead of setting a bunch of little things, just saying more creative stuff. But the overall goal is to draw every single day.
That's the overall goal.
Yeah. Everything else, whatever else I can fit in, fantastic, amazing, great.
But for now, art every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Valid, valid. I don't think I have any specific goals. I mean, I'm writing more and I'm starting to publish episodes,
Which I'm so excited about.
which also fuck Wattpad. I'm doing something else.
Girl, I told you AO3 is the way to go.
I'm
You
gonna
have
go
to
on
sign up for
AO3.
AO3. You have to sign up because they have to approve you so that you can actually make your account.
Yeah, yeah. I do. I have to.
Yeah.
Because, like, somebody was like, there's no commas. And I was like, I think that might have just been Wattpad because I use commas.
Yeah.
Also, no, we'll talk about that later.
I'm waiting for us to write something together so I can write all the sex into
Exactly, dude.
the
I'm
writing.
I can't write smut, not to save
Oh,
my
I
life.
can. That was my favorite thing when I was writing fantasy stuff. Oh my god, writing the smut. I love it.
Oh my
I love
god.
being super detailed, like super raunchy. Oh my god, yes.
Yes, oh my god, yeah. I just can't write smut very well, so I just don't.
Mhm.
But also
It's
because I
okay.
have
I got
minimal
you.
experience. Minimal.
I have so much. I started in high school.
Oh, shit.
Like I started writing smut in high school, but I didn't actually ever have sex until I was 21. So make it make
Mm,
sense. Make the math math.
valid. Valid, valid. Yeah. I didn't till I was 18, so
That's fair.
and that was the last time.
Listen, we're gonna have a whole other episode about like sex talk and things like that because we could do a whole episode on it. So we
For
will.
real. For real. That one experience is enough to fill an hour.
I have so many.
I believe you.
I'll leave out the ones
I
in
heard
Daru.
one
We
of
won't
them.
talk about those.
But in private though, right?
Oh, of course.
I feel like we already have.
We definitely have.
Oh my
At least
god.
some of it.
Some here and there, you know.
Some a little bit, a little sprinkling, you know.
Not getting too down and dirty with it yet.
Yeah. Well, but no, I am actually excited because when we were talking about writing something together, I was like, oh my god, yes. I don't know. I get so excited when we do creative things together because I don't know if it's just because our personalities mesh really well, but I feel like we do really creative things well together.
I agree. Speaking of creative things together, I did a song cover with someone.
Hmm.
It was like a group thing. It hasn't come out yet because they've got some technical difficulties. They might at least release it later. I don't know. But it made me realize like I low key want to make songs, but I can't write songs to save my life, and I have very
I got
minimal
you,
like
bestie.
piano and like instrument knowledge. Like I couldn't create anything else.
All I'm saying is I have a whole degree in it.
All I'm saying is that if you write and do the music, like we could do songs together, both of us singing.
Absolutely. I'm so down for it.
Yeah, especially
It would
because
be
I've
beautiful.
I've been singing a lot recently. My
Uh,
neighbors hate it, but
as
you
you
know,
should. And whatever. Fuck your neighbors.
fuck my neighbors. These walls here, sir. The walls here are really thin.
It's fine.
Like I definitely, I'm gonna say this quietly, just in case he hears me. But my neighbor on like
Uh-huh.
the wall that my bed is on, he plays some questionable music at questionable hours, like
Oh.
straight up rave music at like
I
8
was about to
a.m.
ask if he was like gooning, you know, and was playing the
Oh, oh,
fucking.
oh. But it's hard to do anything without hearing like
Yeah.
and I'm
Oh
like,
god. Oh
hello?
god, maybe he actually is. Maybe that's just his music of choice for that.
Because the way that it's set up,
Uh-huh.
my apartments, is there's one apartment that is a studio
Yeah.
and then a one bedroom next to it, and then a
Mhm.
studio and then a one bedroom. And it's like in
Weird.
a line. And so like I have a one bedroom, so either side of me is a studio.
Yeah.
And it's just like they can't escape my sound. They can't go into the other room and not hear it.
Imagine the talks with their friends like, yeah, I think I live next to a streamer.
Oh, it's obvious. I
Yeah.
promise you it's obvious.
Yeah.
I'm super loud, but
It's
only when I'm streaming.
okay.
Otherwise, I'm
Uh,
super quiet or screaming at my cat
yeah.
or playing video games.
Yeah.
Screaming at my cat, playing video games, streaming. Those are my loud moments.
Which is pretty much all the time.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, dude, because Kyo, my cat, for those of you who don't know, I got a cat. His name is Kyo, like from Fruits Basket. Yes,
I
I'm
love
a
him.
nerd. He's adorable most of the time. Except for, you know what? Recently, last night, I tried to turn on my fairy lights that are in my living room. Did I ever send you the video of those? Did I send you
Yeah.
that video?
Yeah, you
He
did.
chewed through the cord. And I set that bitch up 2 days ago.
As soon as you started the video and you were talking about trying to turn the lights on, I was like, oh, he chewed through them.
I
I
like
knew immediately.
didn't even like clock it. until like because I like moved my entire couch and like tested
Mhm.
the plug and then like I unplugged it from the actual like extension cord and plugged it back in and like it wasn't working. And so then I like was like, here, maybe it's the plug. So I unplugged it and then pulled it out to put it to a different plug and then realized the cord was like 6 inches.
There's some of it missing.
I'm like, where's what? Where's the rest of it? Answer is he chewed through that bitch. So
Yeah,
I don't have
that
fairy
is
lights
so
anymore.
unfortunate. Oh god.
I bought freaking command strips just to put those bitches up.
Mhm. You need to so I think if you put um aluminum foil around where he can reach of the cord, then it will deter them because they hate the way that aluminum foil feels.
I'm about to
That's what I
wrap my
did with my
entire
cats.
PC setup in aluminum foil.
Do it. They fucking hate aluminum foil. I'm telling you, that's what I had to do when I got Lumi and Luna because they would try chewing on my cords. And this is when I was still doing coding classes, but they would try to chew on my cords, try to jump on my desk. So I would just put aluminum foil everywhere. They stopped doing it because they fucking hated the aluminum foil. It works. It works.
I believe you. I've seen
It's
that
like,
like if they're jumping up on your counters to put it on the counter.
yeah, because they hate the way that it feels and the way it sounds. Because I think it like sounds like cats hissing, which they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right. Another thing about Kyo is that he's like food obsessed. Like to the point where if
Oh
I'm eating
god.
food, he has to be locked in the opposite room. Cause
Damn.
like it's not like, oh, if you blow on his face, he'll go away, or like if you squirt him with no. Once he's locked on to your
He's
freaking mashed potatoes and gravy, there's nothing you can do.
he's locked in.
Oh, dude, he locks in. It's horrifying, actually.
It's okay. We love animals though. It's great. Oh my god, speaking of animals, we keep getting off track, but I think it's fine. um
Yeah, I mean,
but I have convinced Daru once we actually move, not when he moves here, but once we move into a house of our own, getting two ferrets.
ooh,
I am so excited. So, a little bit of lore of me. I grew up having ferrets at different points in time in my childhood. And I ferrets literally are my favorite animals to own ever. They're so fucking sweet. They're so like slithery. They love playing. They're so social. Oh my god, they're just so fucking cute. And before I was trying to convince Daru for us to just get hamsters, and I was like, okay, what about instead of hamsters, we get something that's a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to cuddle with and everything. We get ferrets. And he's down for the idea. Like he's been watching videos and I'm like, yes. Yes.
yes. Oh my god, yes.
I love them so much. They make me so happy.
They're so cute. There's a pet store next to where I work, and they have ferrets in there. I always see them in the windows when I'm walking by.
My favorite thing, like the last time I had ferrets, is they love going for walks. And you
Oh,
get them the little tiny leashes with the little tiny the harnesses,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they'll go for walks. It's so cute.
That's so cute.
I think I'd be too afraid to take them for walks in case, like actual walks around a neighborhood in case there's dogs. But around the yard, that would be so cute.
That would be so cute. Oh my god, I would do that.
Like I'm ready. I'm ready to live my best life. Well, also because I wanted a cat, but Dario is very allergic to cats, so I'm like, that's no, we won't do that then.
Oh, unfortunate. I could never give up my cats.
I know, like
I mean, I'd
my
get a dog. I
cat.
would.
Yeah, like my cat, Lumi. I don't have Luna now; she ran away. But Lumi, she she's too bonded to the other animals at the house, and she also likes to go outside a lot. And I don't know if relocating her when she's kind of an indoor outdoor cat, mostly outdoor cat, is a great idea. So
Yeah, probably not a
she
great idea.
unfortunately will have to stay at my family's house along with my dog. My dog is so bonded to the other dogs there. I can only have her at my house for a couple days or she'll stop eating because she gets so depressed not being around the other dogs.
Wow.
It doesn't matter. She can have all the treats in the world. She can go on as many walks as she wants. We take her on car rides and she has all her toys. She had a whole toy box when I lived in my second apartment. And a couple days in, she'd just be so depressed. All she would do was lay either under my bed or on my bed. I was like, okay, well, this doesn't work. This does not work. She needs to be around the other dog. She's too social.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
It's fine. It's okay. You can have your ferrets.
Yeah, exactly. And then she'll be over there sometimes. I really we ran out of things to talk about.
I mean, there's definitely, let's see. I don't know. You want to talk about friends with shitty boyfriends?
Oh my god. Yes, I totally forgot that we were going to talk about this. So, oh my god, where do I even start? I love my friends so much. I love that my friends are able to find people to date. I just wish they would find better people to date. Like, love them. They're great. They're cute. Why are they dating shitty men? First of all, that's my first
Real.
question. Like, that's the first question right out of the gate. But I say this because, oh god, which friend should I start with? We'll start with my other friend. We'll call her Tina. I guess we can call her Tina.
Tina.
I'll message you who it is we're talking about.
Huzzah. I'll put it into the notes app.
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we already had a name for her. Hold on.
If we
Gotta.
did, we're switching it to Tina.
Okay,
So,
it is Tina now. Let me. I'm having a stroke. Where is it? You can start.
okay. So, Tina has been dating on and off this one guy for 4 years, 5 years. Um, this guy is like the shittiest person on the planet. That's the best way to start this. He is like the shittiest person on the planet. He has told her before that she needs to know that her value as a woman depreciates as she gets older, and men's value gets higher as they get older. um, and the list just goes on. Like, he's just really manipulative and emotionally abusive, and I have told her so many times that I fucking hate him. I wish the worst for him. And oh my god, he's so shitty to her. And she is like, well, then I say things back to him, so he's not the only one in the wrong. I'm like, okay, but that doesn't make him not a shitty person.
Right.
And they had broken up, gotten back together, broken up again, gotten back together. He's very controlling, doesn't let her have any male friends, and constantly thinks that he's gonna be cheated on. It's a whole thing. But
So
then
he's
they,
insecure.
yeah, very insecure. Um, and the last time they broke up, supposedly they have not gotten back together. I don't know if that's true or not. She was like, I'm just completely done. And then it turns out that he had helped her with her taxes, but lied on her taxes, so she owed like $2,000, $3,000 on her taxes. Yeah. um and she was like, I'm completely done with him. But then she messaged us this morning and she's like, hey, I have something to tell you guys. Like, please don't be upset with me. And I didn't know. She said, he told me today that he's going to be here tomorrow to come visit me for a week. Mans lives all the way in North Carolina. Not North Carolina, sorry, all the way in New York.
That's not right.
Yeah, a little bit different. They both start with N's, very different.
Close enough.
But he lives all the way in New York, like in the Bronx. And he was like, oh, I'm trying to be romantic because I've never come to see you before. And she's like, that wasn't romantic because he didn't plan it out with me. He's going to be sitting in my room all day for the whole week because I have work every single day. And she works from 4 o'clock until midnight. So she leaves at 3 o'clock to go to work, and she doesn't get back home until, oh no, I'm sorry. She works until midnight and she doesn't get back home until like 12:30. So yeah, he's gonna be mainly at the house by himself. But like, she and him have like this really weird relationship, really awful relationship, honestly. And it upsets me so much because she's so pretty. Like, Grace has seen her. She is so pretty. Tina's so petite, so super cute. And I wish that she would find somebody else because she deserves so much better. And I'm just going to tell you, this man does not have the looks to have the audacity that he does. He doesn't. If you're gonna have the audacity, you have to have the looks. You
You
have to
can't
have the
have
both.
you have to have both. Yeah, you can't have one and not the other
Yeah,
when it comes. You can have the looks and not the audacity though.
exactly. But you can't have the
Preferred.
audacity and not have the looks.
Yeah,
And this
no.
man is lacking in the looks.
How lacking? Like bad lacking? Or
Like,
just like
I'm rating him a 2 on a good day.
on a good day's bad. I'm a 2 if you hit me with a car and like backed on over me. Like that's bad.
Like, I'm rating myself like a 7, you know? Like,
I think I'm a solid like 6,
I'm
7,
giving you an
somewhere in
8.
there. An 8.
Yeah. I would actually give you a 10, but I know that you wouldn't agree, so
I don't know if that's what you think. I'll agree with just about
hell
anything.
yeah, you're 10.
Huzzah!
Let's go.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I get so upset because I'm just like, why do pretty ass girls give the ugliest, rudest dudes chances and then let them keep making mistakes? And they're like, oh, well, and they keep making excuses for them. Stop making excuses for your ugly, shitty ass boyfriends.
Exactly. I mm, mm, ugly men with the audacity drive me crazy.
Yes. Oh my God. And it's so many of them.
They're legit everywhere.
Yeah. Oh my God. It drives me crazy. Ugh. But yeah. And that's just my one friend with her man. And then my other friend, let's see, what can we call her? We'll call her Amanda. My other friend
Amanda.
Amanda, who's also my roommate.
Mm-hmm.
But Amanda has been with her boyfriend for almost 8 years. She's 27 now, which is when she wanted to have kids. But her and her boyfriend are not in a situation to have kids, mainly because she's like, my boyfriend won't grow up. She's also like, I really feel like he's cheating on me because he will not let me look at his phone. He will not let me anywhere near his phone, and he sleeps with his phone in his pocket. Um,
Oh, that's not
he also
what?
doesn't like treat her the best either. And he like is really messy. He leaves moldy dishes in his room for over a month at a time. I think he still has moldy dishes in there. It's gross.
Is it the like they were all living together when I visited?
Yeah, it's him. It's him. And you saw what the living room looked like.
I saw what the kitchen looks like, and that was enough for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
And I
so
legit like knowing you know that you contributed like to basically none of that.
but yeah, like it was just oh my god. And it's we had probably at least a 12-hour phone not phone conversation. We had an in-person conversation because we live in the same house. But I already forgot the name I gave her.
Amanda.
Amanda was telling me about how it's so hard and like this is the actual tea. They have not had sex in over 4 years. And she's the kind of person that really needs that physical intimacy in a relationship. And he knew that when they got into the relationship, and still it's been over 4 years. So that's causing her a lot of emotional distress because she's doubting herself and she's like, why does he not want to have sex with me?
Right.
Um, but then she was telling me about just things that he does that drives her crazy. Like he will not throw things away. He leaves open cups of sugary drinks around the house and they end up getting moldy or getting knocked over. He also has this habit of not throwing trash into actual trash bags and instead throwing it into cardboard boxes. When my
I
mom
hate that
was
shit.
yeah, when my mom
I
was
hate that
over
shit.
here last time because my cousin was fixing my car, my mom and I went through all of the cardboard that he had thrown out into the carport. We bagged up 6 bags of gross, moldy food trash from those cardboard boxes.
Dude, my old roommate, the shitty one that was we had an episode
Yeah.
on, Also had, like, one of those extra large boxes that would just she would just throw trash in
Oh
there.
my
And it was
god.
still there when I left the apartment, so who knows where it's at now.
I'm so sorry, bestie. So sorry.
Oh, dude, the smell that would permeate from that room.
Yeah. And like, so we all get irritated too in the house because we don't want bugs. We don't
No.
want bugs.
I feel like being messy in your own personal space when it comes to like clothes or like, other items that can't rot is
Yeah.
fine,
Yeah.
but leaving like food and stuff in your room is really gross.
Exactly. Like his game room smells so bad. It smells so bad. Anyways, but yeah, it's just she did a lot of crying, which I understand. We did a lot of crying together because I feel so bad for her because she wants to be married, she wants to have kids, and it feels like for her that's never going to happen. She wants him to grow up way more than he is right now before they have kids. And it's just hard to see somebody that you know loves that person and it feels like that person is not willing to put in the same amount of energy. And I'm like, you deserve more. And I'm not telling you to break up with him, but I think you guys need to have actual communication, which it seems like he's not very good at in order for your relationship to work and be healthy.
Are you still rooming with the same people?
Yeah,
Okay.
like we're at a new house, definitely a bigger house, but still the same problems.
I can't live with, like, I thought that I was a fairly messy person and I could live with just about anyone, and then I lived with that one roommate and that I
Hmm.
can never, not ever again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard. Oh my god, it's something. It's something.
It's something.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's just so it drives me crazy because I really, really, truly love my friends so much. And the thing that I hate the most is when they do not give themselves the ability to be happy because of the person that they are in a relationship with.
Yeah, it's hard to watch.
Hmm. Because it's hard too when you know that they would be much happier if they were single than if they were in that relationship. But there's some level of comfort that they're getting from being in that relationship. And then, even if you say to them, hey, you're suffering this much because of XYZ in this relationship, how is that actually comfortable to you? But it's hard because they're comfortable being in a relationship. They're not comfortable with the things happening in the relationship. And until they get to the point where it's just too much for them, nothing you say really is going to make them change their mind and be like, okay, it's time, it's over. Especially when they've been in a relationship with this person for so long. Because at least what I've seen from my friends, they don't want to feel like they wasted that many years.
Yeah, and I feel like there's like a lot of people that are afraid of change as well because
Yeah,
change could come good or it could be bad,
yeah,
and I think some people are afraid of the fact that to have a new life, your old one has to fall apart.
exactly. And people are also afraid of the unknown, and change brings the unknown. So
True.
people are like, I'd rather have the uncomfortable situation that I have now and know what it is than have something new and have no idea what I'm getting into at all.
I don't blame them.
I'm still going to advocate for my friends though. And if they're like, yeah, fuck this guy, I'm going to be like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Exactly. Fuck that guy.
But I think the thing is, I really hope, fingers crossed, maybe a miracle happens. Both of my friends that are in these shitty situations will gain the confidence and the courage to want things to change and decide that the only way for things to change is for them to take charge of their own lives and be like, hey, you're not bringing me joy and happiness. So good riddance. Sayonara.
You know, I have a few friends too that I don't have as many friends as you that are in bad relationships, but I definitely have like one who I'm like, dude, you guys are living together and you're still suffering. Like they moved in together and she thought that things would get better and then they didn't. And I'm like, that's cuz that's not the right kind of change you needed.
Yeah. Is somebody I know?
Nah,
Oh,
nah.
okay.
Someone from Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's hard too is sometimes I feel really bad talking to these friends about my relationship because I'm like, yeah, Daru and I have a really healthy relationship. I wouldn't say that we never have disagreements. And there are times where I bottle things up, which causes me to get upset. But in general, he is a really caring person and I care a lot about him and we do communicate. And I think that's one of the ways to make your relationship strongest is communicate and actually make changes based on your communication. And I feel so bad because I don't want my friends that are in these shitty relationships to think that I am bragging and being like, oh my God, look how much better my relationship is than yours. Because it's never that, but it's more like I want them to see that they could have a healthy relationship. And I don't want them to feel bad and be like, oh my God, my shitty relationship compared to this one, but I just want them, like, I want it to be an example and be like, you could be happy. I promise. Like, things are not always easy. Relationships are not a walk in the park. Relationships are really fucking hard sometimes. But if your relationship is more hard work and suffering and pain than it is joy and happiness and moments where you're like, damn, I really fucking love this person. I really enjoy being in a relationship with them. Math doesn't math.
Time to go. The math ain't math then. It's time to
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
So,
And
yeah,
I think that's a really great place to end this episode.
I think so too.
Especially because we're at an hour and a half and we only have 2 hours on here on this
Yeah.
website. So, with that all said, thank you guys so much for coming and listening to this episode. Season one,
Yes.
episode
Episode
one.
1.
Finally, we're gonna get into some regular episodes.
Yes.
It's great, and I'm so glad that we're finally getting some. Because I was worried
Yes.
about the podcast for a little bit there.
I was too, but I was like, we can work it out. We can make it work.
We just needed
But
a little time. I mean, with me moving
yes.
and you and your health issues,
Yeah.
my health issues, all of us have health issues at
Yeah.
this point.
It's okay. Things just got a little rough for a second, but we're back at it. But my hope and my wish is that we grow even more in the new year and we become even better people by this time next year. I think it would be really fun to go back and review some of how we've changed come this time next year in our podcast. But I also just want to say that I hope everybody had a really good holiday season and I hope that you guys have the best new year. I hope that you make goals to achieve this coming year and that you do achieve them. And I am sending all my love to all of you listening.
Yes, I do hope that everyone had comfortable holidays and that if you have a crazy family like I do, that it went smooth enough, you
Yeah.
know?
Nobody killed each other.
It's the bare minimum at this point with some
Yeah,
families.
exactly.
Yeah, especially with all of the stuff that's happened with politics, family meetings have been
Yes.
getting out of hand, out of hand.
Yeah.
I could say that for a fact.
Mhm.
My family had to send out an email being like, no politics for Thanksgiving.
It happens.
It does happen. But we did also open a Blue Sky account.
We did
It's
today. That
Boba
the
Break,
day we're recording.
literally today, literally like 30 minutes before recording.
Yeah.
It's Boba Break Podcast at dot blue sky at what is it? Hold on.
Yeah.
Dot blue
Blue
sky dot
sky.
social. It's
Yeah.
weird. I don't know. But we did just open that. You could go ahead and follow us there. We will be still posting
Mhm.
on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Um, for now, I mean, maybe eventually we'll just completely shift from Twitter. It just kind of depends on what happens, you
Yeah.
know.
Oh, the biggest thing that we did not say. Speaking of content for the coming year, we are planning on doing, maybe a couple, one or two, maybe even three, special streams that are podcasts where we'll probably have some special guests. We are still planning it. It's in the early stages, but something for you guys to get excited about.
Yeah, we'll do some live stream versions. It'll be great.
Yes.
If anybody has anything they want us to talk about on any of the episodes, we do have an email, which is podcast.boba.break@gmail.com, I think.
Yes. You can also send us a message on X or on Blue Sky, and we will also check that.
Yep. And if you know us personally, you can always just DM us on Discord as well, or,
Yes.
however you want to reach out to us. I
Multiple
do
avenues.
check multiple avenues. I do check the email and the social platforms every day, just in case. And especially right before like episodes are recorded, just to
Hmm.
make sure. But I think that's all we have for you.
I think so too.
We will see all of you guys in February because it's January when this is released.
Woo! Let's go. New Year.
New year, new bitches. Let's go.
Let's go. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.